lights, new lights. We call every war through the smoke and the fights. Macho King, Hitman, painted on the wall. Every suplex story we don't miss at all. WCW heat with the black and red flame. Hollywood, Hogan, and Sting in the frame. Austin stomps in, whole crowd shakes loose. Reigns holds the crown when the thunder gets loose. Hands up now, feel that roar. We live for the clash, we beg for more. Lock it in tight, hear that name. One shot, one fall, all out game. No holds barred, say it loud. No holds barred, bring the crowd. From the new world order to the bloodline. No holds barred, we draw the line. No holds barred, raise that sound. No holds barred, shake the ground. From MJF to Mercedes Moan. No holds barred, that's the way. TNA on the slate with the fire in tow. Angle in the mix and Joe on the go. Built on grit, built on pride. Every crack screen legend we keep alive. We don't sleep on errors, we don't skip the grind. Every chant, every clash, every scar we find. If the bell rings hard, then we're there in the front. One channel, one name, and we never back up.
What is up, everyone? I feel so low today. Hold on, let me fix this. All right, and man, my shirt's all blue screened, but you know who we have today? We have Clutch back, the champ. The champ. He doesn't even know he's the champ. He won the championship, and he wasn't here. I broke the rules. I usually would say when the pay-per-view PLE champion is not in attendance, they cannot win the title to accept it. But the alternative was Chris came in second, so I'm not giving him the title. It ain't happening. So congratulations, Clutch.
I feel honored.
Yeah, you crushed it, man. Your picks were great. If you're following along at home, we played SummerSlam predictions a long time ago. That's how long this show's been on sabbatical. And I got a lot wrong, and a lot, SummerSlam. I don't think we've even talked about SummerSlam. We're not going to talk too much about it. That's in the past. But give me a quick rundown, Clutch, because I know that a lot of people like this show. A lot of people did not like this show. What did you think about SummerSlam, real quick?
It was so long ago, I can nearly forgot about it.
Exactly.
But we're here. I did like the show. I liked to me the best match from what I'm remembering. My memory may fail me. Just the Seth and Roman match did everything. Like, I think it covered every point I would want from that feud, and the ending was just right. Like, they kind of acknowledged each other and kind of like said, yeah, we're not going to do this again. This is it. Put the with the Shield pose and everything, obviously with Mox missing, but I thought like that told a really good story. And then, yeah, I mean, I know some people criticize the ending to the Brock and Oba match because Brock didn't take the bump on the wood. But hey, I mean, Brock sold the hell out of it for Oba, and yeah, I don't think he was going to take a bump like that, even though Oba did take a tombstone on it.
Funny enough, can I just interrupt real quick? Funny enough, I listen to other podcasts and other reputable names. They all know that Oba missed that spot. It was supposed to be on the wood, allegedly. So that was Oba messing that up. That's why Brock looked over real quick. According to, which I don't think is true. I think he was supposed to not go through the wood, because if you're going to go through the wood, you wouldn't sit down powerbomb on the wood. And he sat down powerbombed. So I think he intentionally missed the wood, but people are saying that he was supposed to and he missed it.
I think it's too obvious of a spot to miss.
Me too.
Yeah,
Me
I
too.
don't see it.
Same. I don't see it either, but some other people do. Anyway, continue. I'm sorry. Took that took us to a left turn.
Yeah, I'm trying. I honestly like, other than the both obvious main events, I'm trying to remember things that happened. Well, Chelsea Green becoming the champion was cool.
Yeah.
It seems like now with if you've been following SmackDown, they seem to be giving her the serious role, giving her a chance at it for now, and I think she can knock it out of the park. So I'm not mad at it. We all saw Unreal, how Michael P.S. Hayes was talking about her and everything about giving her 30 seconds and whatever. And I think now she gets the chance to prove everybody that thinks she's just a comedy character wrong, because she's actually very good.
She's great. She's great. All right. So that's enough of SummerSlam. That happened a long time ago, like almost a month ago. But you are the champion, so you get to say your piece about it. Let's move on to current day. And honestly, my favorite
Actually,
wrestler.
before we get into current day, can I get
Okay.
into something extremely quick?
Yeah, of course. It's your show.
So over and you pay, what's it called? Be patient with my rant, because it'll all come back together at the very end. Trust me, it's worth it. Over my time gone, apparently I became a thing on social media. And I know you're not on Twitter much, so the Miami Heat account reposted me.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and basically the reason this picture is here right now is because basically my face was all over social media because I made a video about jumping into an ocean. So, hello. How's it going?
Hey, what's up, man?
I gotta fix this light shit that's going on here, but hey.
Yeah. It's funny because I wasn't gonna say anything, but I saw something on social media and I saw the announcement you made with, I don't know if you want to announce it here or not, but congratulations.
Oh, yeah, engaged man.
Hell yeah. And I was gonna say, I don't know if Chris saw that, but I sure did.
Oh,
And I was
yeah.
gonna make it a point to like let Chris know, like I know what he looks like. But here we are. So cool, man. Yeah. Congratulations on that. And
Yeah.
what do they retweet you for? What happened?
So I did a thing because are you familiar how Giannis Antetokounmpo came to the Heat? Or
I'm not
no?
familiar. I'm not
Okay.
familiar.
Big time player came to the Miami Heat.
I know who he is.
And
I have his shoes.
yeah, during this whole thing, I thought he wasn't gonna come to the Heat. So I was like, you know what? If Giannis comes to the Heat, I'll go to Greece myself and jump to the water with his jersey. And I didn't think it was gonna be a thing. And apparently he came to the Heat. And guess what? I bought a ticket to Greece. I jumped in the water wearing his jersey, posted a video on it on social media, and within 15 minutes, the Miami Heat DM'd me, is it okay if we repost this? And I was like, go for it. And ever since then, just, yeah, at this point, I was like, okay, there's no point in being the man behind the profile picture anymore. And yeah, we're out in the open now, baby.
Let's go. Jumping in the what? I'm just gonna ask you about the Dolphins. Like, what could they make you do? What's next? Like, if the Miami Dolphins or whatever X or whatever, what's the next step? Because
I feel like
if Malik Willis throws 40 touchdowns, I will do this. Like, let's put it into an existence.
The thing is, I did the Giannis thing because you can clearly match Giannis with Greece. I don't. What am I going to match Malik Willis with? So I don't. There's no like real thing that stands out. If Tua was still there, I'd be like, I'll go to Hawaii, and do some stuff,
right.
you know. But
You're
like,
right.
yeah, I mean, if something comes up, I'm all open to ideas.
Nice. Well, the man of the popular man, the Miami Heat guy is here. So come on
And also,
aboard.
since I'm learning now that I'm the champion, give me 1 second.
Oh, you didn't know you were champion?
Yeah,
Come on, you knew.
that's what you told me.
Oh, we have an official belt reveal.
Guess who's belt?
You can't hold on. Let me see it. Hold it up.
Wait, is it the other way around? Yes, it's upside down. I'm doing the unlikely champ thing.
That is dope. Oh my goodness, that is dope.
I got this baby like probably over a year ago at a show in Brussels. They were selling it. I was like, I need to buy it.
I think, there's not many things I buy anymore, but I think something like that's so cool, man, because they don't make those. That's not something you could just go to wherever and just get it. They probably a special edition. That's awesome.
No, yeah, it was so cool. Yeah, I had no choice. And
I
now I
got
get to
text.
show off my cool stuff.
Exactly. I see a Waddle jersey. That's got to come down. That's got to come down.
Yeah,
The Waddle
but the
jersey.
thing, I got the Watto jersey. It's signed and everything, so I'm like, this is a prized possession. And then he gets traded, and then I'm very sad about this. And now I need another signed jersey somehow. I need to like scour the internet.
Wow, I just texted Chris, so let's see if he tunes into the show. All right, wrestling.
Yeah.
Now that we have the reveal,
Now,
this
now
feels like
let's get back to it.
I feel like Chad Gable reveal, Clutch reveal. This is crazy, all in 1 year. I don't know if I can handle it, but hey, here we are. Also, I didn't know what I needed. I didn't know I needed the best wrestler in the world today. Is not CM Punk. It's not Will Ospreay. It's not even LA Knight or Roman. Dude, Solo Sikoa
Yep.
is by far the greatest thing on television. All television. I just can't. I love his segments. When he was doing the Matrix in the ring, dude, this guy is going to be a top babyface. And if they do what I hope they don't do, which I think they're going to turn him heel and align with Jacob, I don't know why that would make sense. It just doesn't. But if they do that, I'd be so upset because the LA Knight solo tag team is one of those tag teams like the Rock and Sock, like X-Pac and Kane. They don't match up, but they're going to be entertaining for that run, and we know it's going to end. I just don't want it to yet. I don't want to think about that yet. How are you feeling about Solo, man? It's been a great ride so far.
He's been so entertaining, and really now that Punk is on SmackDown and some moves have happened to SmackDown, probably like the most entertaining part of Raw to me. Like I'm talking about just that pure entertainment. And in a family that comes with The Rock, it comes with the Usos in terms of like entertaining, funny guys. Solo might just top the list or be close to it at least. I know it might be like sacrilegious to say better than The Rock in funniness, but at least better than the Usos for sure.
Oh yeah.
Who knew he was the funny brother? And I mean, with the whole, the pew pew, and then the Matrix and all that stuff. This dude, like, it feels like he just gets it comedically wise and being. I don't want to see him be a heel again. I don't.
No, I don't. I hope he doesn't do it. There's other people that I'm thinking about that are going to turn heel or remain heel with Jacob Fatu, because I don't think Jacob Fatu is staying with the bloodline. His actions don't show it. It doesn't make sense for him to align back with Solo. I hope they don't do that. I'm going to transition real quick to the end of Raw. The beginning of Raw was Solo, LA Knight, that segment with the Usos. The end of Raw, we got the most AEW debut of all time. There's Royce Keys comes out and beats up all the Usos, LA Knight, Solo, with two guys where Michael Cole does his best Excalibur impersonation. Oh, is that? And then names people we never heard of in our life. The crowd was dead. I'm not saying these guys won't work. I'm not saying these guys won't get over. I'm not saying these guys don't look awesome. What I'm saying is, who the F were these guys? And why was Michael Cole selling them like we knew who the F they were? And do you think Royce Keys is the true leader of this faction? And if he is, will it work?
Okay, well, right now I have no reason to believe he's not the true leader of this. I liked the fact that it wasn't one of those things. You know how wrestling fans are like, "Oh, this is predictable. This is predictable." Nobody called this. Nobody called it at all. Nobody saw Royce Keys coming in, let alone being the leader of a faction. So that, yeah, and Michael Cole, yeah, pretending like everybody should know who the hell they are. I know who they are because of NXT, but yeah, I understand how people don't. So, I mean, these are some just like big dudes who just serve as like they're just muscle, and I think I didn't think of the fit like of them being together, but now like I think maybe it could be a good fit. I want to see what they do because now that we're actually getting closer to like Survivor Series season, I think maybe that's the direction we're eventually headed between maybe them and the Bloodline. The Bloodline have enough because I don't know who else they can. Yeah,
Well, you said I'm gonna rewind because you said you don't see a reason why Royce wouldn't be the leader.
Mhm.
And I have one segment, not last week, because I didn't watch any wrestling last week. Wrestling didn't exist last week. So the week before that, Roman was talking to Jacob about family. You're my family. Why are you hanging with Royce?
Mm.
Remember? He was like making him feel guilty
Yeah.
about Royce. And now Jacob's not helping Roman. He's literally he's being like, he might say he's following orders from the tribal chief, but he kind of looks defiant doing it. He's not
Mhm.
helping him. He's sitting there watching him get beat up. The Usos are in his face saying, do this, do that. I don't listen to you, blah, 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 blah. Royce, they've been talking about him as family. They travel the roads together. They grew up in the business together. There's going to be a point where Jacob chooses his family, who they've been leading up to this, and it's going to be Royce Keys. I can see Jacob and Royce and those two guys against Roman, the Usos, but I don't know who that fourth person would be. At that point, it would be Solo because he's babyface, and you would assume Jacob and those guys are going to be heels. So there could be a possibility we see Solo team up with his brothers and Roman versus that team.
Yeah, that's interesting because you get the idea that this new group is the heel group, but then there's people that think the Bloodline are the heels here, and so the dynamic is interesting because you think I saw some report out there that said, "Oh, the Bloodline are faces when they like feud with Royce's group, but they're heels when they face LA Knight." So like I do like how the bloodline is set up in this way where they're in the middle and they can go in both directions, and I think that gives the show flexibility at the end of the day to do different things. And Roman has never, in my opinion, still he has never really turned face. He just got started getting cheered. He never atoned. He never said sorry. He never did any of that. So he's to me he's still a heel. He could still be a heel. So they're very in the middle. So I don't know how this could work. I mean, yeah, it's very. I'm interested. I'm interested to see because you could take a lot of turns in this way, whether to see where it is.
Now, hear me out. And what's up, Justin? Check me out. Next week, I'll be on Justin's show, Ruckus Wrestling. His co-host is going to be out, so we'll be reviewing All In because I'm buying. Actually, I'm not buying All In. Let me rephrase that. I'm not buying All In. I went on HBO Max and I bought All In, so I cannot wait till 1 o'clock on Sunday to watch All In. And then we're also going to talk NXT Heatwave. So I'm going to watch Heatwave, and I'm also
Wow.
going to talk All In with Justin next week, right after us, by the way, September 3rd, right after our show. I'll be staying in this chair and going over to Ruckus Wrestling, talking that stuff. So I can't wait for that. But you know what's funny now that I'm back on the railroad train tracks. When the other side of the tracks, as I say, AEW does this with the the Death Riders and Will Ospreay. When Moxley's with Will Ospreay, they're baby faces. When Wheeler Yuta and Cesaro are fighting whoever, they're heels. But at the end of the day, like, what are they? And that's what we criticize them for doing nonstop. Who are they? Are they heels? Are they baby faces? Is Swerve a heel? Is he a baby face? Is it literally that's the entire show of AEW is because we can't figure out who to cheer for. Kenny Omega right now, is he a heel? We don't know. We don't know. They're doing the same thing right now where literally everyone, and I said this complaining about SummerSlam leading up, every main event is babyface versus babyface. And you think
Mhm.
about that now, everything. Do you think it's because we're just cheering everybody? Because we want to see them? Because we go to see Roman, even though he is kind of prickish. We're making him a babyface, but is he a true babyface? You just said you think he's a heel still. But that's
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
still think
saying.
he's a
Like,
heel.
they just work off of the reactions, I feel like.
Yeah, in general, it does seem like wrestling has turned away from the traditional heel face dynamic and gone in more into go by feeling, go by what makes sense in the moment and by crowd reactions. And yeah, maybe this is a new thing we all need to get used to a little bit. But yeah, at some point you cheer for who you want to cheer for, you boo who you boo, and oh, he kind of
Yeah.
said it in a way. Yeah, you're yeah. He like for example, the Bloodlines. I still think they're going to be heels that get cheered. if that makes sense. And it's kind of like Randy Orton. He's a heel that gets cheered, and it just happens. And then there's faces that get booed, and it just is gonna have to be relabeled in a certain way, I guess.
Yeah, like Sammy. Yeah, Sammy got the Canadian fans to boo him.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're right. There's a few wrestlers that get real heat. MJF is one of them. I loved his segment. I know this is the Dynamite Rundown will return tomorrow, but one of the best segments I've seen in wrestling this whole week was MJF segment where he trolled Andrade. I don't know if you got to catch that at all. It was just hilarious. He was just talking crap. But he always takes pictures of the girls, with the girls.
Mm-hmm.
So he walked up to some girl. They were in Scotland, and he's like, "Oh, this girl. Let's go to this girl. She's good looking, but she's like a 4 in the States." She's like, "Well, let me take a picture of her," and like he's mocking her, and then Andrade shows up and beats the hell out of him. So that was a great segment, and he's getting real heat with these because he's doing things like that, like calling girls ugly and all this stuff. You can't do that in WWE. WWE has like restrictions. Like you can't do dastardly things. They are doing more dastardly things lately, but not as much as you can get away with in AEW. But again, AEW, the only true heel is MJF. Nobody else is really a heel. I don't know. I kind of like it, but I kind of don't like it. Clutch, when you watch boxing, do you just look for a good fight? Are you rooting against someone no matter what? Like, fuck that guy with the tattoos. Sorry, Bobby.
I mean, I'll only really be against people if it's like Jake Paul fighting or McGregor fighting because of character, I guess. But I'm usually that guy that just goes to look for a good fight, and
yeah,
especially in boxing. Yeah.
And it's okay. I'm okay with that. Anyway, so now we're talking about SmackDown. Chelsea Green's a champion interim. I don't know if they've fixed it yet. I hope they have fixed it yet. We have Randy Orton versus Cody, which is apparently doing pretty good. I have not watched SmackDown yet. I've seen clips. Guys, I'm getting there. I'm going slow. I'm easing myself into SmackDown.
It's real good, huh?
I heard it's good. The clips are good. Everything is good about it. But the problem with that is it's on network television. It's on USA or something. I don't have a DVR, and I can't watch it anywhere the next day. I can't find it, so it's easier just to watch it on YouTube. If anyone could tell me how to find it the next day streaming, let me know, because I'll definitely stream it. I just don't have a DVR. I'm poor. Who has DVRs these days? 2026. Anyway, SmackDown. It's much better, isn't it? Like, is it the A show now, or would you say no?
We're in that process where the tides are turning. I'd say we're not quite there yet, but it's definitely turning. And yeah, I mean, and it naturally does happen when you have a show with Randy Orton, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, just to name a few of people coming in. They probably still need to do a whole lot better in the women's division to make it really an all-around show, but they're getting there, I think.
Yeah, I think they're getting there too. I think their women's division is super weak, though. That's something that they need to actually pick up. Having them beat Julia week after week is not ideal. We need to build these women up. Yeah. Kiana James, I haven't heard her name since the Royal Rumble, so hopefully she's getting airtime. I just don't see, I look at the women's division on Raw. You got Liv, Steph. I'm not going to give Roxanne Perez props, but her last match with Stephanie was really good. It was really good. I have to say that, but I'm still iffy on Roxanne. You got Sol Ruca, the Raw roster for the Becky, so much better. They need to take. It's always been that.
And I think you have to attribute that to the IC title being so good, being a valuable title. Because if you go on the other side and you look at SmackDown, the US title doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything, and it won't mean anything until they need to do what they did with Becky and bring out a really established main event level star down to the US title division, make them win it, and try to raise it up a bit. Because I think that's the only way you can get there.
They did that with Tiffy, right? Is she still champion?
Yeah, but Tiffy, by the time she lost the title to, I'm blanking on who it was. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody in the chat will probably correct it. But yeah, they did it with Tiffy, but at a time where the momentum was dying already.
JC Jane.
That's what now all of Fatal Influence has to has championships. That's a cool part. They've been a nice part of SmackDown. I kind of forgot about them.
But you're right though. The U.S. title, we just couldn't figure out who putting it on the young people like JC Jane and whatever. That's fine and all.
Mhm.
But what Becky did with that story with Lyra, even though it was kind of like whatever, the matches were iffy. But then Becky had these matches with AJ Lee. Becky had these matches with Sol Ruca. It made the title kind of matter. Where the U.S.
Mhm.
title, the women's side, I couldn't tell you the lineage. I know Chelsea Green was the first, but I don't know what she did with it, and I don't know what it's been doing since. So I guess you're right about that.
Yeah, it started off very weird because Chelsea Green was the first, and then they did a little flip flop with Selena Vega, and I think that kind of made the
Oh
title
yeah,
weaker.
that's true. That's true. It's perceived as the woman jobber title. Like honestly,
Mhm.
it sucks. It sucks. It is
Yeah,
what it
it's
is.
perceived the same way back in the day, the IC title would be looked at back in the day before Gunther and these people came and made it matter more. And yeah, it just takes somebody to come in and want to do this. Maybe JC Jane is a champion. This is a perfect opportunity if you want to put her over even more. Bring down, I don't know, for the sake of it, bring down a Charlotte Flair. Make just a big name to
Yes.
feud and have her lose. Have her lose, but still have a feud like that. And I think that would work out because Charlotte can stay looking strong because Fatal Influence, heel group, do their dastardly things to keep the title, and I think it works. I think it would work.
I think it would work perfect because you give that big star to work with, yeah. And plus, they get big
Mhm.
TV matches. If Charlotte's going for the title, she'll be on Sunday Night Main Event or whatever pay per view. If it's JC Jane versus Zelina Vega, for example, I know she's no longer there. That's not going to get booked on a major show
Yeah.
ever. So it totally makes sense. Man, what else was on our docket to talk about? Because we have so much. I have so much written here.
I
What
saw
do you
something
want
in the
to?
title that I want to get on because the match on Raw. You've seen all of Raw?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the match on
Dragon
Raw
Lee
between
match.
Ray Phoenix and Dragon Lee
Yeah, it was
was
insane.
insanely good.
Yeah.
And now this leads us to the Lucha Brothers facing off against each other, first time on our TV screens on in the big stage, and
Yes.
yeah, and it's gonna be good. And I think whoever wins, they're good. They have the capability of putting on a really good match with Roman. And Roman has been on this kick about, okay, he's still a heel to me, but he's not this cowardly heel. He wants to do it by himself. And I
Mhm.
think this version of Roman could put on a really good match with somebody like a Penta. And I think that's
Yeah.
where they're going. Penta's probably going to get the win
Yeah.
there.
Penta will get the win. But I don't think it should be. I think it should be Ray Phoenix. I think he's the AAA or mega
The cruiserweight
champion of
champion.
something, right? He's a champion of some sort. Um, we don't. It wouldn't hurt Penta to lose a Roman, right? It wouldn't hurt.
Mm.
But if Ray Phoenix does a bunch of cool moves and looks competitive against Roman Reigns, he's gonna get eyes too. Because what have we've always said? They've dropped the ball on Ray Phoenix, but they've pushed Penta to the moon.
Yeah.
I wish they were treated as equals, which right now they're not. So maybe this match could put Ray Phoenix in that escalon. But if he beats Penta and he somehow gets to face Roman, I'm not saying that's the match I'd like to see more, but I could see how they could do that. It might mean more to the Luchadors, the AAA, since he's holding their belt.
Yeah, I think there's an argument to both sides. Like with all that Penta has done, managed to get himself over, it's almost like he deserves to have a spot in the main event one time, uh, challenging for the big title. And then your point with Ray Phoenix, it makes complete sense that he's their cruiserweight champion. This is at the end of the day, it's a AAA style tournament. So if you want straight representation, you would probably go with a Ray Phoenix over Penta. Um, which makes this match actually more intriguing than I thought originally and what the result can be. And yeah, I'm sold more into like a 50-50 split, and I like it.
Yeah, I don't like tournaments in wrestling as much as I used to because they become so predictable. Like in the AEW Continental whatever Cup, as soon as I saw Nigel, I'm like, oh yep,
Yeah.
he's gonna face
Yeah.
Moxley.
In the
Just
King of
say
the Ring, you saw Oba.
yeah. Just say I wish like a match like John Moxley versus Nigel. Just say that he's gonna challenge for the title. We don't need
Mhm.
this whole tournament. And I'm not saying the Lucha one was like that because it's not. I thought we were going to get Dragon Lee versus Penta in the finals because those are the two biggest names. We didn't get that. Instead, we got excellent television matches with that Dragon Lee. I know I've seen it before, but I don't know how he gets that much velocity and can flip.
Yeah, the announce table spot, no?
I just don't know how he can do that. And I think of someone like Darby Allin too, which you don't watch a lot of his matches, but he does a suicide dive just as good, or if not better than Dragon Lee. I don't know how they don't get their feet caught. Like, they're perfect. Like, I just can't explain it. It's just magic. So I watched that spot like 3 times. And I'm like, because first off, let me just explain. When I was watching Raw, during that spot, I actually got it for a split second. Went to the bathroom, which is right here, and I heard Michael Cole. Oh, I'm like, I missed it. He did it. So I had to go back and rewind it. I'm like, dude, that was awesome. Let me see it again. So, yeah, I would be okay if you would have won too, Dragon Lee. I just feel bad for these luchadors, like a Dragon Lee, because they're pigeonholed into certain spots. Like, look at Penta right now. This might be his only world championship match he'll ever get because of his position and the way, he's a luchador. Like, when's the last person to win a mask that got over in WWE? Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio, and that's it.
That's it. Literally.
Yeah, and you feel like now you see, especially with them now facing off against each other, you feel like this Lucha Bros thing is coming, and I think still fairly soon. So yeah, this actually might be, and Penta's, I think he's now on the older side as a wrestler. Yeah, this might actually be it, and yeah, sadly, but like you said, they're limited to these certain roles, and it's really hard to step out of Rey Mysterio's shadow at the end of the day. No matter how entertaining you can be, Penta has done his best to try to like get out of that, but you always like fall back into the same thing, the same debate with Rey Mysterio being the guy.
Can we just side note? Why do we let it? Why? Whose decision was it to allow Rey Mysterio to get punked by JD McDonough on Raw? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did you see that? Like, they're like bullying him. Dude, Ray should be able to beat the out of both those guys. Because JD McDonough hasn't won a match in his whole life. I don't think in WWE. But it is what it is. I guess Ray's getting a little bit older. Do you think Dom's buried? Do you think he's being punished for something?
I don't know what he's being punished for, but my next thing, like, if you wouldn't bring it up, I was like, what are they doing with Dom? Because he got the Danhausen match, which in the moment I was like, okay, Danhausen's very over. He's getting a good spot, but then he loses the match and then kind of just falls back into the background with JD McDonough, and that's it. So yeah, if you asked me this like a couple of months ago, I would say the pick for Money in the Bank this year to me is Dom. And now I don't feel as securely as in that, because I just feel like he's not wrestling much. He's kind of remained backstage in segments or being a valet for whoever's wrestling that night. And yeah, I wish they could do more, because he is a talent that could probably get that heat that you look for, that heel heat, if used properly.
Who wins Money in the Bank? It's right around the corner, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Wait,
I don't
is
even
it
know how
coming
many
up?
weeks. It's either the end of September or middle September, something like that. I don't.
It used to be in the summer. I don't know why they moved it so late. Am
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wrong
they
on
moved
that?
it. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
so weird having a Money in the Bank match and then
October. So we still had a bit.
and then you have a elimination chamber match, and then you have Royal Rumble. Like, everyone's this title match season coming up. I don't like that. I liked it back when it was better, when it was in the summer.
Yeah, that's a point. Trick Williams could be one of the names that come up for Money in the Bank.
I like that. I hope.
Yeah.
I wish someone like Trick would win it. I hope it's not Braun Breaker. I hope it's not Obafemi. They don't need. They're not people that need the Money in the Bank.
I don't know if it makes sense, but aren't like Braun Breaker and Obafemi, don't they feel more like, if you're gonna have them win one of these events, it's more like a Rumble,
Rumble,
where they can just be more like dominant and show off. And yeah, when you go into Money in the Bank, you want somebody that's a little more agile and to do like cool things.
Well, I know that I have a feeling Obafemi's winning the Royal Rumble. Like you can't beat Brock Lesnar and not just dominate for the rest of your life. Like if he's in it, he has to be in it. Like he has to win it.
You can only keep him away from the championship for so long. And they're trying their best to not go immediately into making him world champion, but you can only do it for so long.
Dude, it's Oba and Roman WrestleMania. That's the match.
Mm-hmm.
That is the match. There's no other match you could possibly have that's bigger than that. I don't think, unless you get Dwayne, which I don't think that's possible at this point. And I don't think anyone wants to see it at this point anymore.
No, I'm kind of good on it. I'm more right now for some reason. I'm more into Cody and Dwayne than Roman and Dwayne. If Dwayne was to come back,
But Cody no, I want Cody heel. I want Cody heel eventually.
Also, you haven't seen SmackDown, have you?
No.
There was tomorrow. Like he dropped a line, and it was interesting.
Did you say he's the golden boy?
Mean, the last SmackDown.
Oh, yeah, I saw the promos. Oh, yeah, where you say the golden boy thing.
No, he dropped the line. He dropped the Heyman line. He was like, "It's not a prediction; it's a spoiler."
Yeah, I saw that too. I do think eventually we do see. I don't know, man. Last topic because we've been all over the place. But this is important because it's the battle of the future, which I didn't even add in our title here. Braun Breaker and Obafemi. I know that this is the match for the future, and it should be a big match, and it truly is. But Sunday Night Main Event doesn't feel like a big match to me. I feel like this should be saved for a big show, but whatever. How does Obafemi not beat him in 2 minutes? Brock Lesnar, I'm sorry, but like Brock Lesnar, a million F5s couldn't beat him. Braun Breaker has problems with like mid-card guys sometimes. Like I'm just talking like storyline, the way they're booked, the way they're presented. Nobody should ever breathe on Obafemi. That's why I have a big problem with this whole Brock Lesnar feud. Like I loved it. It was great. But how do you beat Captain America now? How do you beat Black Panther? How do you beat Superman? So I just can't believe if there's any way Braun Breaker could ever beat Obafemi now. I just can't see it happening.
I don't see it, but also when you look at wrestling, sometimes you have to throw logic out of the window. Yeah, because he beat Brock Lesnar that way, that means that he should dismantle Braun, and it's just not going to be that. It's going to be the future going at each other, and eventually, I think Oba's going to win that match. But yeah, he's probably going to have to work for it a little bit, even though, you said it doesn't make sense if you go back to the Brock Lesnar thing.
Bronson Reed. That's what it's going to be. I love that you said that, Justin, because that's what I was going to say. The only way he wins is if Bronson Reed comes back and they split off. It's those two. We don't need, because we saw the animosity towards Paul, unless that was a ploy, unless that was a mind game of some sort. But I would love to see Brock and Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker break off. I can't talk right now.
Oh, okay.
I would love those two heels, the Vision, the original Vision, OG Vision, break off to do their own thing. Because honestly, I'm not caring about this Austin Theory thing anymore. I'm really not. And Logan Paul, I'm sorry, you're on the sideline. It's not as good as what you were when you could wrestle. I just miss you. I miss you so much. And I just want Bronson Reed to come back and be a beast because I do think he could be at the future. Or hell, he might just kill them both.
It doesn't make sense, no? Because you also hold off Oba from elevating a little bit more by inserting a Bronson Reed in there to him have a match. I don't know, Money in the Bank, Oba and Bronson, and then you kind of hold that elevation a little bit off, which is what they're assuming they're trying to do until WrestleMania.
Man, it's a good time to be a wrestling fan. I know that the storylines are not that great. But they are getting better. Kevin Owens and CM Punk, that was great. I didn't watch any of the.
We didn't talk about Kevin Owens at all.
Do you want to? We can.
Huh? No,
his promos have been like. Here's what people tell me, Josh. The stories are boring. Josh, I don't care. Josh, I'm sick of the bloodline. And I say to them, but Kevin Owens is back, and his promos are amazing with him and CM Punk. CM Punk's a world champion. He has a WWE champion. He's not the world heavyweight. He's a WWE champion. Like, that means something. It's a little bit bigger than what the other belt is. Like, this is all good stuff. But you're right. But that's what I tell the people. But you're right. The stories do suck, but the promos are good. The work is good. The story sucks sometimes. Like, I get it. I don't know.
And KO is great. He's one of my favorite on the mic because he makes everything make sense. He doesn't use the wrestling logic, which sometimes leaves you scratching your head. He makes 1 + 1 = 2, if that makes any sense. So yeah, he's been great since coming back. He doesn't seem like he's lost a single step, and that's a big thing considering he had neck surgery. So yeah, I love him being back. I assume they're going off in the direction of Sammy and KO doing another thing. Yeah, because Sammy now officially turned heel, so we'll see.
Good.
We'll see how that goes.
Good. That was great. I love that he turned heel eventually. I mean, we all knew he was heel.
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess but Kevin Owens is a heel. So I don't know how that's gonna work, that dynamic, unless he's de facto babyface because he's nobody's coming back from neck surgery and being a heel. But per storyline, he came back as kind of a heel. I would think so.
Yeah.
Where do we go with Punk though, man? Like, if we have to sit through Gunther again, I'm gonna be upset. I really am.
I don't know where you can go with Punk. That's an interesting one. Yeah, because you assume Cody's gonna be busy with Randy, and yeah, what's next? Not sure.
No one's sure, but you know what? That's why we watch the show. That's why we'll be watching. Well, you'll be watching SmackDown tomorrow. I might, but there's gonna be a lot of wrestling this weekend. I'm not sure.
Give it a shot, Josh. Dip your toes in the water.
That would require me turning on my cable box and actually watching a show at a scheduled time. Like, when's the last time I watched something live wrestling wise? It was actually Raw. So I can't say it wasn't that far away. But you know what's funny? Wednesday night used to be 8:00 no matter what. I'm on my couch, and you know what time it is? It's AEW wrestling time. I used to watch that shit no matter what. Like, my wife, we can't go out to eat tonight. Why? Because Cody Rhodes is in the main event tonight against Malachi Black. What are you talking about? That's bring me back to the good old days, man. Anyway, I am going to say goodbye. I'll be back tomorrow noon for the Dynamite rundown. I already finished Dynamite. I have it banked. I have my thoughts cooking. It was a decent show. We got to see Moxley versus Cesaro in the Continental Tournament. Have you heard about this Continental Tournament?
Not at all.
Yeah, it's almost like the Continental Cup or the Classic. I don't know. Who knows? They have 2 tournaments for the same belt in the same year. I don't know. So I'll be talking about that. Saturday's up in the air because I don't think I'll be allowed to record anything. So I'm not sure about the WrestleMania Rewind. But Sunday will be all in. That's right. Are you going to watch it, Clutch? Are you going to watch Kenny Omega? Are you going to watch Will Ospreay, bruv?
Probably not. I'll probably see the highlights afterwards.
My one complaint before I do log off, and Justin, I hope you're still here for this because I want everyone to hear this. We don't need an AEW Gauntlet Casino Battle Royale, whatever that is, for the #1 contender match for the AEW Championship. We don't need that. It's too much. If you would have done MJF versus Andrade, that is a 30-minute money match that I would have loved to seen. Adding a bunch of jobbers to this makes it meaningless. Do better, Tony. You were almost there. You are almost there. They're starting 1 and 2. But I would have liked to see 20 to 25 minutes, even 30 minutes of them, not jobbers in between of their match. That's all I have to say on that. That's it. Anyway, any last words before we log off?
No. Now it's weird now being in this situation where I get to see everybody and everybody gets to see me. So good stuff. And yeah, now I have a championship, and I plan on keeping it now.
I'm coming for that title. I think we're going to defend it on Money in the Bank next. So Money in the Bank, yeah. I'm coming for that title. And we never gave our winners. I asked you, who do you think's going to win Money in the Bank? And you kind of didn't answer. You said this person. I didn't answer. So you know what? We'll save that for next time. So we'll catch you later, guys. Peace out.
See you.